Today we will learn some important lessons from Stoicism, a very ancient philosophy that has stood the test of time. Like the great Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus and Seneca, we will reflect on ideas that will change the way we see the world and guide us toward a fuller, happier life. Get ready to discover powerful ideas that will help you improve your life forever. I invite you to stay until the end because you will find useful tips to strengthen your plans and face any moment in life. If this is your first time on my channel, I would appreciate it if you subscribe and like the video. That way I can continue creating content like this in the future. By learning to distinguish what we can change from what we cannot, we begin a path of personal discipline and inner peace. The lessons of Stoicism teach us to be strong in the face of challenges, to be virtuous, and to find calm even when things get difficult. We will see how we can use these teachings in our daily lives, turning problems into opportunities and using each experience to grow as people. Discover the principles of Stoicism and how to apply them today with our book, Stoic Mindset, a Guide to Modern Living. Click the link in the first comment to get it. Let's get started. Don't tell your problems to everyone. 80% don't care, and the other 20% are glad you have them. It is important to know who to share your worries with. Look for people who really care about you and listen to you carefully. Stop looking for the good in all people. Better yet, look for people who are already good. Surrounding yourself with sincere and kind people will enrich your life and strengthen your relationships. Be yourself. You must do what is right for you, because no one else lives your life. Each one has their own problems and values. Make decisions that match what you need and believe. The more grateful you are, the more good things will come into your life. Gratitude helps keep a positive attitude and attracts more good things. Don't let a bad day make you think you have a bad life. The difficulties you face do not define your entire existence. Stay calm and remember all the good things you already have. Every second you spend comparing your life to someone else's is a second you lose of your own. Comparing yourself to others only generates discomfort. Focus on your own path and celebrate your achievements. About sacrificing yourself for others. You can do everything you can for others, but you might still complain because they won't always thank you. No matter how hard you try, there will be people who won't value what you do. Don't let a lack of gratitude make you feel bad. Live in the present. When you think about life, remember this. No matter how much guilt you feel, it won't change what's already happened, and worrying won't change what's to come. If you live in the present and learn from your mistakes, you will be able to move forward and improve. Don't get stuck in the past or the future. Don't let regret or worry about what's to come rob you of the joy of now. Every person in your life teaches you something. Some show you what love and support is. Others teach you what to avoid. All relationships, good or bad, give you the opportunity to learn. Know the true character. You see what a person is really like when you are no longer useful to them. Someone's true character is shown in how they treat you when they no longer need anything from you. Observe well how they act in difficult moments to understand who they really are. Don't rush to get married. Don't get married just because you feel it's what is expected of you. Marriage is an important decision that should be based on love and compatibility, not what others expect of you or pressure. Appreciate your loved ones. You don't have as much time as you think. Tell the people you love that you love them, and do it often. Life is fragile and can change at any moment. Take the opportunity to show your love now while you can. Taking risks is part of growth. If you've never questioned whether you made the right decision, then you haven't taken enough risks. Growth and learning come when you face uncertain and challenging situations. It's normal to question your decisions as you grow up. Distinguish true support. Not everyone who claims to be on your side really is. Some people are not sincere in their support, so it is important to recognize who truly wants the best for you. Don't just trust what people say, look at what they do. Love must be mutual. You can't love someone enough to force them to love you. Love cannot be forced. It must be reciprocal. Accept how others feel and don't try to change it. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you say, because once the words come out, they can only be forgiven, but not forgotten. Words have great power and can hurt deeply. Think before you speak to avoid causing harm. Maintain your self-esteem. Don't let someone who hurt you make you believe there is something wrong with you. Don't devalue yourself because that person didn't. Value you. Recognize your value even if they haven't. Prioritize your goals. If you always choose what you want in the moment over what you want most in the long term, you will be disappointed in the future. Avoid sabotaging your big goals for immediate desires. Sometimes being single and having peace in your heart is much better than being in a relationship with someone who doesn't treat you well. Imagine what it would be like to always be worried or sad because that person doesn't respect you or makes you feel bad. Having peace of mind and feeling good about yourself is much more valuable than having company, if that company brings you more problems. There are times when you need to be strong and say no, even if you feel bad for a while afterwards. This is normal, but setting limits is very important. It means that you are taking care of yourself, and that is the first thing you should do. Although some may try to make you feel guilty for choosing what is best for you, remember that your well-being is the most important thing. Sometimes the right decisions are the hardest to make, but with courage and effort, those decisions will help you grow and become stronger. What you do today directly influences your tomorrow. Think that every action you take is like planting a seed. If you plant a seed of self-love, effort, and dedication, you will see fruits of happiness, success, and peace of mind grow in the future. Sometimes life puts you in similar situations over and over again, and it's because you haven't learned what you need. It's like a teacher who repeats the lesson to you until you understand it completely. It is important to be attentive and learn from those moments so that they do not continue to repeat themselves. On the other hand, anger can be like a storm. If you don't control it, it can cause a lot of damage in your life and in the lives of the people around you. It's not about avoiding feeling anger, because it's natural, but about knowing how to handle it so that it doesn't hurt you or others. Sometimes, it's not so important to be right, even if it seems like the right thing to do. Insisting on winning. An argument can make people distance themselves or feel bad, even if you have valid arguments. What is really valuable is maintaining relationships based on respect and understanding. Being humble and willing to listen to others, without always imposing your point of view, is key to building healthy ties. The people around you have a huge impact on your life, more than you could imagine. They influence how you think, how you act, and how you feel. Therefore, it is important to choose carefully who you decide to have around. Not everyone will do you good, and it is your task to protect your emotional environment. There are times when there is no such thing as a perfect decision. In those cases, it's best to simply choose a path and then put all your effort into making it work. Sometimes it's not the decision itself that matters, but the commitment and dedication you put into it. Over time, what seemed uncertain can become the best possible option thanks to your efforts. A very common mistake in life is being so afraid of making a mistake that you stay paralyzed, doing nothing. The fear of making mistakes can stop you on your path to growth, but making mistakes is a natural part of learning. Without mistakes, there is no way to improve. Being happy with yourself is essential. If you think you need someone else to feel complete, you make yourself emotionally weaker. True happiness comes from learning to enjoy your own company and be emotionally independent. Also, you don't have to live according to what others expect of you. You are not responsible for meeting other people's expectations. Your responsibility is to live according to your own values and goals, those that truly make you happy. It is also not necessary to share all the thoughts that go through your head. Sometimes being discreet and thinking before speaking can avoid a lot of problems. If you say something impulsively, you could hurt someone or be misunderstood, and that would complicate things. Throughout life, there will be situations that we do not want to face, but we must accept them. We will also learn things that we do not want to know, but are necessary. And although there are people we feel like we can't let go, sometimes we have to do it to move forward. No matter how much others try to teach you, some lessons you will only understand when you live them for yourself. Experience is the best teacher. You can start your life again anytime you want. Imagine that every day is like a blank page on which you can write a new story. No matter how many mistakes you've made or how many times you've fallen, you can always get up and start again. You have the power to change the course of your life at this very moment. If today you decide to be the person you have always wanted to be, that simple step is already a victory. It is never too late to make decisions that bring you closer to your dreams and aspirations, and those decisions, no matter how small they may seem, can have a big impact on your future. Throughout life, you will realize that the people who demand the most from you are usually the ones who do the least for you. They are like a bottomless pit, always asking for more but never giving anything back. It is important to surround yourself with people who support you, who are willing to help you as much as you are willing to help them. If someone is only in your life to take advantage of your generosity without offering you anything in return, perhaps it is time to evaluate whether that relationship is worth maintaining. And above all, never sacrifice the most important thing in your life: your family, your heart, and your dignity. These are the pillars that support you, and if you neglect them, you could lose your emotional balance. By protecting these three things, you will keep your integrity and happiness intact. It is crucial to look forward, not back. If you focus on what has already happened, you can get stuck in old mistakes or situations that you can no longer change. But if you keep your eyes on your goals and the future, you will advance and grow. Sometimes, it's not that people change over time, but that the mask they wore falls off and you see their true self. This can be painful, but it's an important lesson in adjusting your expectations and relationships based on what you've discovered. Always show respect, even to those you think don't deserve it. It's not about them, it's about who you are. Being respectful is a reflection of your own character, and maintaining that posture speaks well of you, no matter how others act. When you are faced with a problem that seems to have no solution, perhaps it is not a problem to be solved, but a truth that you must accept. Sometimes life gives us obstacles not so that we can eliminate them, but so that we can learn from them. Everything has a purpose, even if you don't see it at first. It is very important not to make permanent decisions when you are under intense emotion. Emotions can cloud your judgment and make you see things in an exaggerated way. If you wait for the emotional storm to pass and make your decisions with a clear mind, you will avoid regrets. When it comes to relationships, there are people who, as much as it pains you to admit it, are not worth the effort. Being in toxic relationships can drain your energy and make you feel bad about yourself. Sometimes the best decision you can make for your own well-being is to distance yourself from those people and prioritize your mental and emotional health. If you want to understand what someone is really like, don't just look at what they do, but at how they react when things don't go as expected. Spontaneous reactions are more difficult to fake, and they reveal a person's true qualities. Finally, remember that the way people treat you does not define who you are. What someone does or says about you is a reflection of their own values and character, not your value as a person. Mistakes are a sign that you're trying, and that's a positive thing. Every time you make a mistake, it is an opportunity to learn something new and improve. No one is born knowing everything, and making mistakes is a natural part of the growth process. If you never take risks or try something new for fear of making mistakes, you will not advance. Think of mistakes as small lessons that bring you one step closer to your goals. So every time you fail, you're actually a little bit closer to succeeding. Love alone is not enough for a relationship to work in the long term. Although love is a very important feeling, the key to a happy and lasting relationship is communication. Speaking honestly, even when it's difficult, can resolve many problems before they become major conflicts. Sometimes we are afraid to speak because we don't want to hurt each other's feelings or start an argument. But if we don't say what we feel, those problems only accumulate. Open and honest communication is what keeps a relationship healthy. Everything that happens to you in life, whether good or bad, has a lesson to teach you. Negative experiences in particular are opportunities to learn and grow as a person. If you pay attention, you can always find something that helps you become stronger, wiser, or more resilient. Even difficult moments have value if you are willing to learn from them. A person's true character is shown when they face difficult times. We can all be kind and optimistic when everything is going well, but when life gets complicated, that's when you really see what we're made of. Strength manifests itself in how we handle misfortune, and every challenge is an opportunity to demonstrate your ability to endure and overcome. If you put someone on a pedestal, they will eventually let you down. Sometimes we idealize people, thinking they are perfect or won't make mistakes. But this isn't fair to them or to you. No one is perfect, and when you put someone in such a high position, you only create unrealistic expectations that, when not met, will leave you feeling frustrated. Keep your relationships on a balanced level, with realistic expectations. Every pain, betrayal, or disappointment you experience makes you stronger and wiser. Every time you face a difficulty and overcome it, you become more capable of handling the challenges that will come. Life is full of obstacles, but it is precisely those moments that prepare us to be smarter and more resilient. No matter how painful it is, there is always something valuable you can take away from every situation. When you get married, all the good things about your relationship and also the bad things intensify. Marriage is like a magnifying glass that amplifies both the strengths and weaknesses of the relationship. Therefore, it is even more important to continue communicating and working together. The little things that you used to be able to ignore or overlook in marriage can become bigger. But if both are committed and willing to improve, those difficulties can be overcome. You teach people how to treat you. From the beginning of a relationship or friendship, you set boundaries about what is acceptable and what is not. If you let someone treat you badly without saying anything, that person will think it's okay to do so. But if you set clear boundaries and demand respect, others will learn to treat you with consideration. Boundaries are important to protect your well-being and to keep relationships healthy and balanced. Things won't change for the better in your life unless you do something to make them change. If you want something to improve, whether in your personal or professional life, you need to take the initiative and make the necessary effort. Progress requires action. You can't wait for things to solve themselves. Take control and start creating the changes you want to see. Difficult times are often blessings in disguise. Although in the moment they seem only painful, over time you realize that those challenges made you stronger, wiser, and more capable of facing whatever comes. Sometimes the best thing you can do is let go of what you can't control and allow life to guide you. Even though it hurts, that pain is teaching you something important. Keep your head up and keep going, because even the hard times have a purpose that you will discover later. Not always getting what you want is bad. Sometimes it's good to not get what you want. Not achieving what you wanted can open up new opportunities and lead you to a path that is better for you. Loving yourself is important. The more you accept and like yourself, the less you will need to depend on others. When you feel good about yourself, you don't look so much for the approval of others to feel good. Not everyone will keep your secrets. Even if you are good at keeping other people's secrets, they won't always do the same for you. Not everyone is trustworthy, so choose carefully who you tell. The change starts from within. Many times what you need to change is yourself, not just what surrounds you. Improving the way you think or be can do more for your life than simply changing locations. Making mistakes is part of life. You can make mistakes and still learn a lot. Making mistakes doesn't make you weak. It's just part of the process of living and learning. The important thing is to learn from them and move forward. Control your emotions. Inner peace begins when you decide not to let others or what happens control how you feel. If someone makes you angry, they are taking control over you. Staying calm gives you more power over your own life. Success requires sacrifice. To achieve something great, you must be willing to make sacrifices. Effort and dedication today lead you to achieve important goals in the future. Fear stops us. Leaving fear behind allows you to move forward in life. When you overcome fear, you can seize opportunities and face challenges with courage. Motivation overcomes excuses. A person who really wants something will look for a way to achieve it, but someone who is not committed will always find an excuse not to do so. You can't please everyone. No matter how hard you try, you won't make everyone love you. Trying to please everyone is exhausting, so focus on being yourself and being with people who value you just as you are. Sometimes you have to take risks. Taking risks can be scary, but if you never leave your comfort zone, you'll never know what could have happened. It is important to try to discover new possibilities. Advice depends on experience. People give advice based on their own experiences and beliefs. Therefore, before following what they tell you, think about whether that advice fits your life and situation. Prioritizing yourself is not selfish, it is necessary. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being is like filling a glass. If your glass is empty, you cannot give anything to others. If you neglect yourself, sooner or later, you will feel exhausted, frustrated, or without energy to help those around you. When you take care of yourself first, you are in a better position to take care of others, as you have the strength and mental clarity necessary to be truly useful. It's like on a plane. They tell you to put on your own oxygen mask before helping others, because only by being well can you help others effectively. They say light travels faster than sound, which is why some people seem bright until you hear them talk. Sometimes first impressions can be deceiving. Someone may seem incredibly intelligent or charismatic, but when you start to listen to what they really have to say, you realize that they are not all they seemed. It is a good lesson to not be carried away only by appearances and pay attention to what people really say and do, because that reflects more about their true character. Sometimes you just need to relax and have faith that things will work out. Life can't always be controlled, and trying to do so can lead to a lot of stress. Let go of control from time to time and trust that things will somehow fall into place. It's not about being passive, but about accepting that there are situations where worrying won't help, and that life often surprises us with solutions we didn't expect. Life is full of risks, but there is one risk you should never take: doing nothing. Not taking action for fear of making a mistake or failing is a risk in itself, because if you don't try, you will never know what you are capable of. Sometimes the greatest danger is to stand still and not move forward. Growth only happens when you dare to make decisions, try new things, and accept that, although there may be failures, each step takes you closer to your goal. You are the only person who will be with you 100% of the time. If you don't learn to like yourself, value yourself, and be your own best friend, it will be difficult to be happy. You can't run away from yourself, so the best thing you can do is start accepting yourself as you are and work on what you want to improve. Feeling comfortable with yourself is the foundation of a full and happy life. Thinking too much can ruin things. When you get caught up in your own thoughts, you start to distort reality, worry about things that haven't even happened, and everything becomes much more complicated than it really is. Reflecting is good, but thinking too much about a situation only fills you with anxiety and doubt. Sometimes the best solution is to stop thinking so much and simply act. Don't worry about what people say behind your back. People who are always criticizing others do so because they are not happy with their own lives. Instead of focusing on improving themselves, they waste time pointing out the flaws of others. Don't give those criticisms power, because in the end, what really matters is how you see yourself and not what others think. Sometimes the most painful lessons are the ones we need the most. Even if the pain seems unbearable in the moment, over time you realize that those difficult experiences made you stronger and taught you something valuable that you didn't know you needed. Every blow you receive in life leaves a mark on you, but it also gives you a lesson that helps you grow. Be happy for yourself. Don't look for someone else to validate your existence or to make you feel complete. True happiness comes from within, from feeling good about who you are, with your achievements and with your goals. Depending on others to feel fulfilled will only lead to frustration, because no one can give you the happiness that only you can build for yourself. If you get used to depending on others to feel complete, you will always be in a position of fragility. Emotional independence is key to a fulfilling life. When you learn to be happy on your own, all the other relationships in your life become healthier because you no longer depend on them for your well-being. Act as if you've been in new situations before. Sometimes the best way to face challenges is to project confidence, even if you feel nervous or insecure. When you approach a situation with confidence, things seem more manageable, and the people around you will respond better too. Welcome change, but don't let it rule your life. Change is inevitable and necessary to grow, but it is also important to maintain control of your own direction. Accepting the changes that come doesn't mean you should allow them to completely dictate your path. You must find the balance between accepting the new and maintaining control of your life. Just because things could have been different doesn't mean they would have been better. Sometimes we romanticize the opportunities we didn't take, thinking we would have been happier if we had done something different. But the truth is, we can't know how those other options would have turned out. It is better to focus on the present and make the most of what you have now. Life doesn't get easier, but we get stronger. With every experience we face, we develop resilience and the ability to handle the next challenges life presents us. Problems don't go away, but our ability to deal with them improves, and that gives us the strength to move forward. It's not mistakes that define who you are, but how you respond to them. We all make mistakes, but what really matters is what we do next. Learning from them, correcting course, and continuing to move forward is what defines your character. Mistakes are opportunities to learn and grow. People will let you down sometimes, so don't put all your trust in one person. Although it is important to trust others, it is also essential to maintain your emotional independence. No one is perfect, and everyone can fail at some point. By maintaining some autonomy, you protect your well-being and ensure that your happiness does not depend entirely on what others do or say. Hard work does not guarantee success, but laziness almost always ensures failure. Although putting in the effort won't always take you straight to the top, it greatly increases your chances of getting there. It's like building a house. Every brick you put in is one step closer to your goal. If you just sit there doing nothing, you'll never even have a foundation. Inaction, not trying, is what almost always leads to results we don't want. Work, persist, and even if success takes a while to arrive, you will be on your way. Constantly. Seeking validation from others is like running after a shadow. You will never be completely happy if your joy depends on the opinions of others. True happiness comes from accepting who you are, with your strengths and weaknesses, and living in harmony with your own values. If you spend your life waiting for the approval of others, you will feel incomplete because no one can fill that void. Happiness does not come from outside, but from within yourself, from knowing that you are living your life according to what is important to you. When you relax and stop worrying so much about the things you can't control, you begin to take your power back. It's like you let go of the weight that's weighing you down, and suddenly the world doesn't seem so threatening. When you adopt a calm and detached attitude, problems stop controlling you. It's not that you don't care about them, it's that you have decided not to let them dictate your life. This gives you freedom and a new perspective to face challenges. Seeking perfection is like trying to catch the wind. You will never achieve it. Instead of striving to be perfect, which is impossible, it is much more valuable to seek progress. Improving a little every day, learning something new, or taking a small step towards your goals will take you much further. Growth is not something that happens overnight. It is a continuous process. Accept that you will never be perfect, but also that you can always be better than yesterday. Your self-esteem is something you should not negotiate with anyone. If someone or something in your life diminishes your sense of worth, then it is not good for you. Protecting your self-esteem is like taking care of a garden. You must feed it and make sure nothing comes in to harm it. Never let other people decide how much you are worth. You are the owner of your value, and you must keep it intact to move forward in life with strength and confidence. What you tolerate teaches others how to treat you. If you allow someone to disrespect or put you down, you are showing them that it is okay to do so. The boundaries you set not only protect yourself, but also educate others about how they should interact with you. Learn to say no without feeling guilty. You can't always be available to everyone, and that's okay. Saying no is a way to protect your time, your priorities, and your well-being. Making decisions is difficult, but not making them is worse. You will never be completely sure of every decision you make in life, but the important thing is to make one. If you make a mistake, you can always go back and correct it. Staying immobile for fear of making mistakes prevents you from moving forward and learning. Sometimes just taking action is a step in the right direction, even if you later discover that you need to make adjustments. Happiness is not something to be pursued. It's something you discover along the way. When you become obsessed with achieving a goal to be happy, you end up losing the sense of the present moment. Happiness is not a final destination. It is the way you walk through life, appreciating every step, every small achievement, and every lesson learned. The key is to find joy in what you do every day, instead of thinking that you will achieve it only when you get to a certain place. If you feel like you're not healing, it's because you're still holding on to the version of yourself that no longer exists. Difficult experiences change you, they transform you, and it is necessary to let that new version of yourself take shape. There is a new you trying to be born, but for that to happen, you must leave the past behind and embrace growth. Give that new version of you space to flourish. There will always be people who do not recognize your value, but the most important thing is that you are not one of them. Don't let the lack of appreciation or recognition from others make you doubt yourself. Self-worth is the foundation on which you build your life. If you know your worth, you won't need anyone else to tell you. Believing that you are always right can stunt your growth. Life is a series of lessons, and you can only learn them if you are willing to listen, change your mind, and accept that you don't know everything. Humility is what allows you to continue evolving, and the willingness to learn from your mistakes and from others is what makes you grow as a person. Nobody owes you anything in life. What you want to achieve, what you want to obtain, is completely up to you. You can't expect opportunities to come to you without effort. If you really want something, you have to be willing to work for it, fight for your dreams, and take responsibility for your success. Life will not give you anything if you do not strive to earn it. There are things in life that we cannot control, things that we do not want to happen, but that we must accept. Sometimes we also have to learn lessons that we don't want to learn, because they are necessary for our growth. There are also people we love, but who, for our own good, we must let go. Life is full of difficult moments, but each one of them is an opportunity to learn and move forward. What you want to achieve requires perseverance. Your dreams will not come true overnight. Success is not a stroke of luck. It is the result of constant effort, day after day. Every step you take, every decision you make, brings you a little closer to your goals. Maintain commitment and discipline, even when the road is hard, because that is the secret to achieving what you really want. Your life can change in an instant. Instead of taking for granted what you have, be grateful for it every day. You never know when things may change, so appreciate what you have now and do good with what you have in your hands. Live so that no matter what happens, you can be at peace knowing that you did your best. The worst enemies are those who pretend to be your friends. Imagine someone who smiles at you and hugs you, but is secretly plotting something against you. Betrayal by those close to you can cause deep and lasting damage, like a wound that cannot be seen but hurts constantly. It's painful to discover that someone you trusted doesn't have your best interests in mind. These moments teach you to be more careful about who you choose as a friend and to pay attention to actions, which are the true interpreters of thoughts. So, before getting carried away with nice words, observe how the people around you act. Never decide what you can or cannot do based on your lowest moments in life. It's easy to lose confidence in yourself when things get tough, but those moments don't define who you really are. Only put off the things that really matter until tomorrow, if you're willing to leave this world without having tried. Life is too short not to pursue your dreams. Prioritizing our tasks and responsibilities is crucial to maximizing our time. Make a list of what is important to you and work on it one step at a time. When you focus on what really matters, you take significant steps toward your goals. The more difficult your life becomes, the faster you will achieve your goals. It's like life is pushing you to grow faster. Every challenge you face can act as a drive, pushing you forward and helping you discover your inner strength. Accepting and facing adversity with determination and resilience is like training a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Each obstacle teaches you something valuable that brings you closer to your final goal. Remember, excuses will not solve your problems. Take responsibility for your actions. Recognizing that you are in control of your life empowers you and enables you to seek effective solutions instead of taking refuge in justifications. Sometimes a simple change in your perspective can turn a problem into an opportunity. Accept that you will make mistakes. We all commit them. Instead of obsessing over what went wrong, think about what you can learn from it. Mistakes are like teachers that show us how to improve and grow. Think of them as stepping stones on your path to success. Make friends with those who expand your thinking, not just your circle. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to think differently and inspire you to be the best version of yourself. These friendships are treasures that enrich your life and help you grow in ways you never imagined. Avoid making decisions when you are angry, because that can lead you to say or do things that you will later regret. Impulsive decisions made in moments of rage or extreme happiness often lead to undesirable results. It's also important to remember that you will never fully understand the harm you did to someone until you feel that same pain. Practicing empathy helps you become more aware of your actions and how they affect others. By putting yourself in someone else's shoes, you become kinder and more considerate. Be careful who you allow in your life. Some people may come and drain your energy, leaving only a trace of exhaustion behind. These people can leave, and yet they will blame others for what happened to them. Maturity is the ability to handle difficult situations without letting the actions of others affect you. You are the only person who can control your reaction. Although you can't control what happens around you, you can always control your attitude and your response to those events. Learning to manage your emotions will help you make clearer and healthier decisions. Be humble enough to know that you can lose everything, but also confident enough to know that you can get it all back. Life is full of ups and downs, and every attempt you make, whether successful or not, brings you one step closer to your goals. Every effort you make is an opportunity for growth. Focus so much on your own self-improvement that you have no time to criticize others. When you work on yourself, you become stronger and more positive, leaving less room for judgment and negativity. Smart people often stop overthinking once they understand that the best decisions require more instinct than intellect. Sometimes you have to trust your intuition, that little whisper inside you that guides you to what is right. The mind can be a confusing place full of doubts, but if you learn to listen to your heart, you will find clarity in the midst of confusion. Everything begins and ends in your mind. Your thoughts are powerful, and what you give power to has power over you. Therefore, working on mastering your mind is essential. Excuses are always there and easy to find, but finding solutions requires courage. Don't let difficulties stop you. Be smart enough to realize that life doesn't wait for you to be ready. Every day is a new opportunity to grow and move forward, so don't let fear or insecurity hold you back. And remember, don't let someone treat you badly just because you love them. Your well-being is important, and you deserve to be treated with respect and love. Setting and maintaining healthy boundaries is essential to protecting your emotional well-being. Imagine that your well-being is like a garden. If you don't put up barriers, weeds can grow and choke your plants. This means that you must make it clear which behaviors you accept and which you do not accept in your relationships. Love should not be an excuse to tolerate abuse or disrespect. If someone doesn't respect your boundaries, they aren't showing love. And it's important to remember that you deserve relationships where you feel safe and valued. Every time you lie, you create problems that you will have to face in the future. The truth can be difficult, but doing the right thing now, even if it's complicated, will save you a lot of pain later. He who believes in himself does not need to convince others. That confidence radiates an energy that makes people feel attracted to you. Self-confidence is a powerful quality that eliminates the need to constantly seek external validation. Learning to miss someone without wanting them back can be a challenge. Sometimes we miss people who have been important in our lives, but that doesn't mean we should go back to them. This process can be painful, but it can also be a reminder of how much we value that person. If life wasn't difficult, we would never grow up. Challenges and difficulties are like teachers who teach us valuable lessons. They show us the strength we have within and prepare us to overcome future obstacles. Adversity, although difficult, is an inevitable part of growth and development. When we face difficulties, we often discover what we are made of and develop skills that help us in the future. Sometimes you just have to accept that some people can only be in your heart, not your life. This means that you may want the best for someone, but that doesn't mean you should keep them around. The only way to feel better about yourself is to do things that are worth feeling good about. Sacrificing long-term joy for short-term pleasure can lead to regret. Don't be afraid to set boundaries in your relationships. If someone leaves because you set boundaries, it means you're probably better off without them. Protecting your peace of mind is more important than pleasing others. Life becomes easier when you learn to accept the apology you never received. Sometimes we expect people to acknowledge their mistake and apologize, but that doesn't always happen. Letting go of that need can free you from a great emotional weight. Accepting the situation as it is and forgiving, even without an apology, allows you to find peace and move forward without resentment. The first step to getting somewhere is deciding that you are not going to stay where you are. Change begins with a conscious choice not to settle for what doesn't satisfy you and to commit to moving toward a future you want. Freeing yourself from the weight of unmet expectations and finding peace in forgiveness allows you to move forward without carrying resentments. Remember that slow success builds character. It is like a tree that grows little by little and becomes strong. Perseverance and hard work on the path to success cultivate virtues such as patience and humility. On the other hand, quick wins can inflate your ego without teaching you what you really need to know to maintain that success over the long term. If you don't separate yourself from your distractions, the distractions will separate you from your goals. Imagine you are trying to do an important task, but your phone is ringing or the television is on. Keeping your focus on what really matters and eliminating distractions that divert your attention is crucial to achieving your goals and aspirations. By doing what everyone else does, you guarantee an average result. True excellence and success often come from challenging the ordinary and seeking paths less traveled to achieve your dreams. Don't lose yourself by tolerating too much from the people you want to keep. Setting healthy boundaries in relationships is essential to maintaining your self-esteem and personal integrity. Sometimes, this means you have to have difficult conversations with those you love. Focus on creating the life you want rather than distracting yourself with what you don't like about your current life. Visualization and action focused on your goals allow you to build the future you want, instead of wasting energy on worries that get you nowhere. When your motives are sincere, you are not the one who loses someone. Rather, it is others who lose you. This means that if you are acting from a place of love and authenticity, those who don't appreciate it are missing out on something special. When you know yourself, you stop fearing losing things that are not meant for you. The easiest way to destroy your self-confidence is to constantly break the promises you make to yourself. Every promise you break is like a crack in the foundation of your trust. Stop fooling your future with your past. Looking back can be helpful in learning lessons, but holding on to what was can limit your growth. You will grow as much as the amount of truth you are willing to accept about yourself. Without running away, all failures are temporary when you keep trying. Persistence and determination are key to overcoming obstacles and achieving success, because every time you get up after falling, you become a little stronger and wiser. When you blame someone else for your problems, you are actually giving them power over you. It's as if you're handing them the keys to your happiness and well-being, allowing them to define how you feel and how you approach life. It is important to remember that you are the owner of your emotions. Blindly trusting someone can lead you to feel pain and betrayal. Therefore, it is vital to maintain a balance between trust and caution. Carefully evaluate who and how much you trust to protect your integrity and well-being. The only person who really needs to understand your thoughts and feelings is you. Self-knowledge and self-acceptance are essential to living an authentic and fulfilling life. Always listen to your inner voice and accept who you are, with your strengths and weaknesses. This will help you build a life where you feel at peace with yourself. Life gets better once you stop assuming that you will always have more time. We often think that there is plenty of time to get things done, but the truth is that every day is a new opportunity. Be proactive and make every day count. Think about small steps you can take towards your dreams. The first to apologize is the bravest. The first to forgive is the strongest, and the first to forget is the happiest. Practicing generosity and compassion in your relationships not only benefits you, but also improves the lives of those around you. When you show kindness, you find greater inner peace and happiness. No single thing will solve all your problems. There is no goal, achievement, or relationship that will fix you completely. Life is complex, and it is important to approach your challenges with an open mind and a multifaceted approach. Sometimes he shows respect even to those who don't deserve it. This is not just for them, but as a reflection of your own character. Maintain your integrity and demonstrate your quality as a person, no matter how others treat you. The way you act defines who you are. Whatever you do, remember that winning isn't everything. However, you always win if you are satisfied that you have given your best effort. You are the one who sets your own standards. Celebrate effort and dedication more than the final results. Find your why, the deep reason behind your actions and goals. Your why is what gives meaning to your ambitions and drives you forward. Connecting with your purpose will allow you to guide your decisions and efforts towards what really matters to you. Accepting responsibility for all your problems may seem overwhelming, but it actually relieves more suffering than it creates. Recognizing your role in the challenges you face empowers you to take action and create positive changes in your life. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who are offended don't matter, and those who matter don't get offended. Be authentic in your expression, and don't worry about the approval of others. Don't let other people be the reason for your happiness, because once they walk away, you will be left with nothing. Cultivate your own inner happiness and learn to be complete for yourself. When you feel like giving up, remember why you held on for so long in the first place. Keep your motivation alive by remembering your reasons and what drives you to move forward. In the most difficult times, never put relationships above your goals. Sometimes you can lose both if you don't find a healthy balance between your personal relationships and your professional goals. Remember that you can fall in love more than once. If someone you love leaves, trust that it is often for the best. Love always has the ability to be reborn and evolve. As you move forward in life, you will have to make very practical decisions about what you really want and what you are willing to sacrifice. If you don't make those decisions, life will do it for you. Be proactive in making decisions and maintain control over your destiny as much as possible. Changes happen when you dare to challenge what you know. Embrace change and be brave in breaking established norms to achieve meaningful personal growth. Failure can be one of life's greatest teachers, as it shows us what doesn't work. Every obstacle and setback provides us with valuable lessons that guide us toward greater understanding and success in our future endeavors. It's completely normal to feel bad after making the right decision. Sometimes doing the right thing means facing difficult emotional consequences. It doesn't matter how nice and friendly you are. Some people aren't going to love you no matter what you do. Don't waste your time trying to please those who don't value you. Putting off important actions can lead to missed opportunities and regrets in the future. Immediate action is key to achieving your goals and making significant changes in your life. Often difficult times are actually a blessing because they awaken us to good things we hadn't noticed before. Never try to gain someone's sympathy. Sometimes people try to do everything they can to make others like them or appreciate them, but that is not always necessary. People who really care about you will be there for you when you need them most, without you having to prove that you are their best friend. True, lasting love is not about giving more than the other person appreciates. It arises from mutual appreciation and respect for individual limits. When both value each other, the relationship becomes a safe place where each person can be who they are without fear of losing themselves. Most of the time, you will have to learn to cope with the pain and find a way to grow on your own. Through adversity, we discover our inner strength to overcome challenges and flourish in our self-determination. This means that even though things are difficult at times, there are opportunities for growth in every experience. On the other hand, although money does not guarantee happiness, poverty can bring significant challenges. It is true that material wealth is not the only factor that determines our happiness, but having a solid financial foundation gives us stability and access to resources that are essential to live a calmer life. Hiding from your problems won't make them go away. Facing them is the only way to grow. Regrets can last a lifetime if you don't learn to forgive yourself and others. If you spend too much time comparing yourself to others, you will get lost in useless thoughts and stop moving forward. It's best to focus on your own progress and personal growth, celebrating every small step you take forward without looking so much at what others are doing. People will often take advantage of your kindness if you let them. That's why it's so important to set healthy boundaries and be selective about who you offer your kindness to. Remember that problems are rarely as bad as we think. They are often as serious as we think they are. Your obsession with finding happiness can be an obstacle in your search. The desperate pursuit of happiness can often lead to constant dissatisfaction, leaving a feeling of emptiness. Instead of obsessing about achieving it, it's important to cultivate acceptance and gratitude for what you already have. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Practicing self-compassion and self-care is essential to maintaining a healthy emotional balance. If you're in your 20s, remember that many relationships won't work out, but that's okay. Each one of them is a valuable lesson. Don't stress so much about failures. It's all part of the practice for the life you want to build. Your friends and family don't always know what's best for you. It is essential to trust your own judgment and follow your path, even if that means going against what others expect of you. The greatest sin is to think that you are weak. Recognizing your own strength and ability to overcome challenges is essential for your personal growth and self-esteem. Don't let anyone treat you badly just because you love them. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial in all relationships, even with those you love most. Knowing when you should mind your own business and when it's time to talk is a life lesson that requires time and reflection. But once you learn to react or remove yourself from a situation, you will find that life flows much more smoothly. You have to dare to take risks. Although it may be scary and out of your comfort zone, you will never know what could have been. If you don't try it, the great secret of life is that there is no great secret. Whatever your goal is, you can achieve it if you are willing to work hard. Don't make yourself indispensable to others, because if you do, you could soon be left with nothing. It is essential to cultivate unique skills and maintain strong relationships. To remain relevant in an ever-changing world, you should always be able to support yourself, whether financially, mentally, or physically, without completely depending on anyone. A wise man can learn more from his enemies than a fool from his friends. Life teaches us lessons in the most unexpected places, and sometimes our greatest learnings come from those we least expect. Many times we abandon our dreams because we are afraid of failing or even afraid of succeeding. Keep your dreams alive and keep going, even when the fear of the unknown threatens to stop you. Remember that every step toward your goals is a step toward a stronger, wiser version of yourself. You can't expect everyone to be good to you, and at the same time, you can't be good to everyone. It's important to remember that the world is full of different types of people, and some may not be as kind or understanding as we would like. Maintain a healthy balance between being kind and setting firm boundaries to protect yourself from those who might take advantage of your kindness. Sometimes people can misinterpret your kindness as a weakness, so it's essential that you define what is acceptable to you. Observe carefully how your loved ones respond during difficult times. Those moments are real proof of his commitment to you. It is during those times of crisis that you will see the true colors of the people who say they care about you. If you never heal from what hurt you, you'll likely end up bleeding on people who didn't hurt you. Emotional wounds can be deep, but it is essential to seek healing and let go of the pain of the past. When you don't, you risk projecting your wounds onto new relationships, which can lead to misunderstandings and conflict. You should never expect or trust anyone too much without a valid reason. It's crucial to keep a realistic perspective on relationships and not stay with bad friends just because you've known them for a long time. Prioritize your emotional well-being. Sometimes letting go of toxic relationships is necessary, even if they have been a part of your life for a long time. Our wounds are often the gateways to the best and most beautiful part of us. Through pain, we can learn and grow. Every difficult experience we face gives us the opportunity to discover our inner strength and beauty. Although people often prefer to hear only the good, there are times when we need to share our struggles. Look for understanding and supportive people who are willing to listen and support you when you are going through difficult times. A good friend or loved one can be a bright light in times of darkness. Numbing the pain may seem like an easy solution, But in reality, it will only get worse when you finally face what you've been avoiding. Face your emotions bravely and find healthy ways to process grief. Remember that, in defining moments, you have the option to define the moment or let the moment define you. Take advantage of these opportunities to grow and learn, and take control of your life. Every decision you make can be a ladder that takes you towards your goals or a trap that traps you in an unwanted place. Stay away from narcissists. These people do not follow any rules and often engage in manipulative and toxic behaviors. It is essential to set firm boundaries to protect yourself from those who seek to take advantage of you. You need to learn to select your thoughts the same way you choose your clothes every day. This is a power you can cultivate if you want to have control over your life and your emotions. Work on your mind. It's the only thing you should really try to control. No matter how much good you do for others, they will often only remember your mistakes. Instead of worrying about how others perceive you, focus on living by your own values and doing the right thing in every situation. Life constantly presents us with questions, and our actions are the answers. Don't seek to be perfect, because that search can paralyze you and prevent you from moving forward. Remember that the important thing is to improve and grow from your experiences. Don't let the desire to achieve perfection paralyze you. Regret for putting those who don't put you first can make your life painful. You must determine where you want to go in your life, because you can't get there unless you start moving in that direction. Wandering aimlessly will get you nowhere. Instead, it will only make you feel disappointed, frustrated, and anxious. Dreams without goals are just dreams. Without a clear plan and concrete actions to achieve those dreams, they will remain in the realm of fantasy. The moment you feel like you are holding on to something that no longer benefits you, let it go. You shouldn't be holding on to something that makes you feel bad. Bad things don't affect us as deeply as we hope, and the same goes for good things. We quickly adapted to both. Never belittle contempt. When someone looks down on you and talks to you as if you are beneath them, that person can cause you harm, whether emotional, social, or even physical. If someone treats you that way, it's time to eliminate them from your life. Remember that even a happy life cannot be completely free of dark moments. The word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. Recognize that difficult moments are an inevitable part of life, and that they actually help us appreciate and value moments of happiness. Without sadness, we wouldn't know how much we value joy. You can't be happy with another person if you're not happy with yourself. Before seeking happiness in external relationships, it is important that you cultivate your own happiness and emotional well-being. This means that you should take the time to get to know yourself, discover what really makes you happy, and take care of your own needs. Don't be afraid of life. The world is full of wonderful opportunities and experiences waiting for you. Believe that life is worth living, and that belief will become a powerful force that helps you face challenges. When you encounter difficulties, do so with courage and self-confidence, remembering that every experience, good or bad, is an important part of your personal growth. Plus, harboring grudges will only hurt you, so practice forgiveness and let go of those resentments. This will help you find inner peace and free yourself from the emotional weight that past wounds often bring. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: fear of failure. Fear can be overwhelming, but it is essential that you overcome it. Dare to pursue your dreams with determination and perseverance. Don't let fear stop you. Instead, visualize your goals and work toward them every day. Remember that you don't realize the true value of a moment until it becomes a memory. That's why it's so important to appreciate every present moment. Living fully in the now will allow you to enjoy life to the fullest. The emotion that causes suffering can be transformed into something manageable if you learn to understand it and manage your emotions constructively. When you face your feelings instead of ignoring them, you can find mental and emotional peace that will help you move forward. People's actions tell the truth about them, not their words. It's easy to say nice things, but someone's true character is revealed in how they act. Pay attention to the behavior of the people around you. It will help you understand their true intentions and motivations. Real growth happens when you stop blaming others for your problems, and start checking and correcting yourself. By taking responsibility for your life and your choices, you take back your power. If you ever feel confused about someone's actions, observe the consequences of those actions and try to infer their motivations. This examination process will help you better understand others and yourself. The biggest risk is not taking any risks. In a world that changes very quickly, the only sure path to failure is to not take risks. Leaving your comfort zone can be scary, but it can also be very rewarding. Dare to pursue your goals with determination and courage. Remember that tomorrow never comes. It's always today. Don't put off what you can do today for the hope of a better tomorrow. Make the most of each day and act with intention and purpose in the present. Every action counts, and every small step takes you closer to your dreams. Don't despise the little moments. They are what give flavor to life. Often it is the small pleasures and simple joys that bring us the most meaning and happiness. A morning coffee, a hug from a friend, or a smile from a stranger can brighten your day. Practice gratitude and find joy in the little things in life. Learn to let go of what you can't change and embrace what you can. There are many things in life that are beyond our control, and holding on to them only causes unnecessary suffering. Instead, focus on what you can change and let go of what you can't. Happiness is not a destination, it is a path. Find happiness in the journey, not just in the finish line. Enjoy the process of growth and learning as you work toward personal fulfillment. Don't worry about fitting into molds that others have created. Your authenticity is your greatest strength. Embrace your uniqueness and live according to your values and passions. Remember that what really matters is being true to yourself and finding joy in being who you are. Life is unpredictable. Embrace uncertainty and learn to flow with it. In an ever-changing world, certainty is just an illusion. Instead of resisting the unknown, look for ways to adapt and find your way. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They are lessons in disguise that help you grow. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. Instead of being ashamed or regretting your mistakes, accept them as a natural part of the process of personal growth and evolution. Empathy is the most valuable currency. Always choose to be understanding and compassionate. Practice empathy towards others, recognizing and validating their experiences and emotions. We are all dealing with our own struggles, and sometimes simply being a good listener can make all the difference. True wealth lies in meaningful relationships and moments shared with those you love. Value your relationships and cultivate deep connections with those around you. This will enrich your life in ways you never imagined. Cultivate an abundance mentality. Recognize and appreciate what you already have instead of focusing on what you lack. When you adopt an attitude of gratitude, you begin to see the blessings and opportunities that are already in your life. Life is too short to waste it on resentments and grudges. Forgive others and yourself. Free yourself from unnecessary burdens, and move forward with a lighter mind and heart. Don't give up in the face of obstacles. Every challenge is an opportunity to demonstrate your strength. Face challenges with determination and perseverance, knowing that each obstacle you overcome will make you stronger. Live with gratitude. Every day is a gift that deserves to be appreciated. When you practice gratitude, you focus on the blessings and positive moments in life, even in the midst of challenges. Honesty with yourself is the first step towards authenticity and personal fulfillment. Be honest about your wants, needs, and emotions. Don't let fear paralyze you. Take risks and pursue your dreams with courage. Sometimes the path may seem difficult, but every small step you take towards your goals is a victory. Overcome fear by making bold decisions and keep moving forward with determination and courage. In the end, the journey towards your dreams is what really counts, and every effort you make will be worth it. Love is the universal language that unites all humanity. It's something we all understand, no matter where we come from or what languages we speak. When you cultivate love in everything you do, you give deeper meaning to your life. Practice love and compassion in your daily interactions. This means smiling at a stranger, helping a friend, or simply being kind to the people around you. Always look for opportunities to share love and kindness, whether through a simple gesture, such as offering your help or sharing a kind word. Remember that life is a journey, not a destination. It's like a beautiful walk through a forest full of surprises around every corner. Focus on enjoying every step of the way, feeling the excitement of learning and growing with every experience that life offers you. Failure is not the end of the world. On the contrary, it is an opportunity to learn and grow. Sometimes when trying something new, it doesn't turn out the way we expected, but that doesn't mean we should give up. Instead of fearing failure, accept it as a natural part of the personal growth process. Imagine that every mistake you make is like a ladder. Each step takes you one step closer to your goal. Don't wait for the approval of others to follow your dreams. Trust your own abilities and passions. Remember that you are the owner of your life. True beauty is not in how we look on the outside, but in the goodness we carry in our hearts. Love deeply, but don't forget to take care of yourself in the process. Love is a powerful force that can enrich our lives, but it is equally important to maintain our sense of identity and self-esteem. Patience is a virtue worth cultivating. In a world that seems to move at the speed of light, it can sometimes be difficult to stop and breathe. However, patience is like a plant that grows slowly. It needs time and care to flourish. Learn to listen as much as you speak. This will help you connect better with people. Effective communication not only involves expressing yourself, but also giving space to actively listen to others. True happiness doesn't come from having a lot of things, but from building meaningful relationships with the people you love. Although material things can bring you comfort, the moments shared with loved ones are what truly fill your heart with joy. Never underestimate the power of a kind smile. Sometimes a simple smile can brighten someone's day, lift their spirits, and create a sense of connection. It's like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. Gratitude transforms what you have into enough. Cultivating a sense of gratitude for life's blessings and experiences allows you to find satisfaction in what you already have, rather than focusing on what you lack. Each day, make a mental list of the things you are grateful for. You will be surprised how many there are. Small actions can have a big impact on the lives of others. Don't underestimate the power of a kind gesture, a word of encouragement, or an act of generosity. Sometimes the simplest things, like helping someone carry their bags or saying "good job," can make a big difference in someone's life. Authenticity is more attractive than perfection. In a world obsessed with appearances, being authentic is like being a lighthouse in the darkness. Being yourself allows you to genuinely connect with others and build meaningful relationships based on honesty and sincerity. Humility is another quality worth having. It allows you to learn from everyone and everything, even the most unexpected people. Always keep an open mind and receptive to new ideas and perspectives. By doing so, you will be constantly growing and developing, like a tree that grows and expands towards the sky. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Your body is your home, and taking proper care of it is essential for your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Prioritize your health and well-being, and treat your body with respect and gratitude, feeding it healthy food and giving it the exercise it needs. Don't compare your life with that of others. Everyone has their own journey, just like each plant. In a garden grows at its own pace, you too are on your own unique path. Instead of comparing yourself, focus on your own progress and growth. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and remember that each person has their own path to happiness and success. Forgiveness frees your heart from the weight of resentment. Sometimes holding on to pain and resentment can be like carrying a heavy backpack. Forgiveness helps you let go of that burden and feel lighter. It doesn't mean forgetting what happened, but rather freeing yourself from the power that the past has over you. Perseverance is the key to long-term success. The road to success is full of obstacles, but if you maintain an attitude of determination and persistence, you can overcome any challenge. Imagine that each obstacle is a stone in the way that you can jump over. With every jump, you get stronger. Wisdom comes from recognizing how much we don't know. Accept that there is always more to learn. Maintain an attitude of humility and curiosity. Always seek to expand your knowledge and understanding of the world around you. Living with integrity and always keeping your promises is essential. Integrity is the basis of trust and respect in relationships. You can't change the past, but you can create a better future. Learn from what happened before, but don't get caught up in it. Focus your energy on making positive decisions in the present that will lead you to a more satisfying future. Trust your intuition. He often knows more than you think. Listen to your inner voice and trust your instinct, as it can guide you on the right path. Silence is sometimes the best answer. There are times when words are not necessary, and silence can convey more than any speech. Learn to appreciate the calm and serenity that silence brings. Empathy connects you to the humanity in others. By putting yourself in someone else's shoes, you can better understand their experiences and feelings. Practice empathy and cultivate deeper, more meaningful relationships with those around you. Self-love is the foundation of all healthy relationships. Before you can fully love others, you must love yourself. Take time to care for your emotional well-being and cultivate a positive relationship with yourself. Be grateful for the difficult lessons you have learned. These experiences make you stronger. Learn from the challenges you face and face adversity with resilience and determination, because each lesson is another step towards your personal growth. Life is too short to worry about insignificant things. Sometimes we find ourselves caught up in small problems that are not worth it. Instead of burning yourself out over those things, focus your energy on what really matters. Think about what really makes you happy. Your friends, your family, your dreams. Put aside trivial concerns and prioritize what is truly important to you. Don't get caught up in superficial things that add no value to your life. Also, don't judge others without knowing their full story. Each person carries with them a world of experiences and challenges. Try to be a kind and curious detective. Listen carefully and seek to understand someone's full perspective before forming an opinion. This will help you connect more deeply and empathetically with others. Creativity is a form of expression of the soul. It is like a light shining within us, waiting to be released. Allow yourself to explore your creativity and express yourself in a unique and authentic way. Whether through painting, writing, music, or any form of art, let your creativity flow and be a source of inspiration and joy in your life. Don't worry about what other people think. The important thing is that you enjoy the process of creating. Remember that kindness is contagious. Spread as much as you can. A simple act of kindness, like smiling at a stranger or helping someone in need, can have a powerful impact on another person's life. Be kind and generous in your actions, and you will see how that love multiplies in the world around you. Life is full of ups and downs. Learn to surf the waves. Imagine that life is like an ocean with moments of calm and moments of storm. Accept that there will be moments of joy, such as laughter shared and dreams fulfilled, as well as moments of challenge, such as loss and disappointment. Learn to adapt to them with grace and determination. Develop your ability to face changes and challenges with resilience and strength, like a surfer who gets up from every fall and continues riding the waves. Education does not end at school. Keep learning all your life. Every day is a new opportunity to expand your horizons. Seek to learn something new, whether it's reading a book, exploring a new hobby, or talking to someone who has different experiences. Cultivating a constant learning mindset will allow you to develop new skills and keep your mind sharp and active. Never stop being curious. The world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. Change is inevitable. Embrace evolution and growth. Life is in constant motion, like the changing seasons. Sometimes change can be scary, but learning to embrace it allows you to grow and evolve as a person. Be flexible and adaptable to changes and take advantage of opportunities that arise. Remember that each change brings with it new possibilities and learnings. Kindness is priceless but invaluable. Imagine that every small act of kindness is like a seed you sow. Over time, those seeds can bloom into beautiful gardens. Small gestures, like helping someone cross the street or listening to a friend who needs support, can have a lasting impact on the lives of others and your own. Be kind and compassionate in your daily interactions and contribute positively to the well-being of those around you. Never underestimate the power of a smile or a kind word. It may be just what someone needs in their day. Live with passion and purpose. It is what gives meaning to life. Find what you're passionate about, whether it's art, sports, helping others, or anything else that makes you feel alive, and pursue it with determination and enthusiasm. Live each day with a clear purpose, committing to follow your dreams and aspirations with passion and dedication. Remember that the path may be difficult, but every step you take towards your goals is valuable. Adversity can be your greatest teacher if you are willing to learn from it. Face challenges with courage and determination, and use each difficult experience as an opportunity to grow and become stronger. Imagine that each obstacle is like a rock in your path. You can choose to let it stop you or use it as a stepping stone to reach higher. Remember that it is often the most difficult tests that teach us the most valuable lessons. Respect is the foundation of all healthy relationships. Treat others with respect and dignity as you would like to be treated. Recognizes the unique value of each individual. Each person has their own story, dreams, and challenges. Treat others with courtesy, consideration, and empathy. By doing so, you will build stronger, more meaningful relationships, filled with trust and mutual understanding. Patience and persistence are your best allies in the pursuit of your dreams. Imagine that your goals are like a garden that you need to take care of. Sometimes results take a while to arrive. Pursue your goals with determination and perseverance, remembering that success takes time and effort. Don't be discouraged if things don't happen right away. Every step you take brings you a little closer to your dreams. Balance is the key to a harmonious life. Find a healthy balance between work, leisure, relationships, and self-care. Find the middle point that allows you to satisfy your needs and responsibilities without neglecting your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Remember that it's okay to take some time to rest and recharge. Taking care of yourself is essential to being able to take care of others. Don't let fear stop you from pursuing what you want most. Fear can be like a shadow that follows you, but don't let it paralyze you. Recognize your fears and face your fears with courage and determination. Accept fear as a sign that you are leaving your comfort zone and use it as a drive to move forward toward your goals and dreams. With every step you take, you will become stronger and braver. Self-compassion allows you to heal past wounds. Sometimes, we can be very hard on ourselves. Be kind to yourself and forgive yourself for your mistakes and failures. Recognize your humanity and treat your past experiences with compassion and understanding. This will allow you to move forward with strength and resilience, remembering that we all make mistakes and that is part of being human. Words have power. Use them wisely and kindly. Imagine that your words are like seeds that you plant in the hearts of others. Be aware of the impact of your words and choose to communicate with kindness, compassion, and respect. Cultivate language that builds and strengthens positive relationships, avoiding hurtful or negative words that can cause harm. Remember that what you say can have a lasting effect on someone's life. Moderation in all things keeps you in balance. In life, we can sometimes fall to extremes, but seeking a healthy balance is key. Practice moderation in all areas of your life, from diet and exercise to work and play. Allow yourself to enjoy the good things in life without excess or deprivation. Remember that a little of everything can be very satisfying. Appreciate the little things in life. They are the ones that matter the most. Take a moment to enjoy simple everyday moments, like a cup of coffee in the morning or a sunset in the evening. These little things are what bring you joy and remind you of the beauty of life. The journey to self-acceptance begins with self-love. Learn to love and accept yourself as you are, with all your virtues and defects. Cultivate compassion for yourself and recognize that you are worthy of love and respect, regardless of external expectations. This self-love is the first step in building healthy relationships with others. Honesty is the basis of trust in all relationships. Be honest with yourself and others. Honesty fosters mutual trust and allows relationships to grow and strengthen. Over time, when you present yourself honestly, you create a safe space where others can be authentic too. Gratitude is an attitude that transforms your life. Practice gratitude daily, recognizing and appreciating life's blessings and gifts. By adopting a mindset of gratitude, you cultivate a sense of abundance and wholeness, even in the midst of challenges and difficulties. Think of 3 things you are grateful for each day. You will see how this changes your perspective. Resilience helps you get through even the most difficult times. Cultivate resilience by developing a strong, positive mindset and learning to adapt and recover from challenges and adversity. Imagine that you are like a tree that bends in the wind but never breaks. Resilience allows you to get up after every fall and continue moving forward with confidence. Time is your most valuable resource. Use it wisely. Learn to manage your time effectively. Prioritize your activities and commitments according to your goals and values. Every moment counts. Use your time to do what you love and what brings you closer to your dreams. Happiness is not a destination to reach, but a state of mind to cultivate. Find happiness within yourself regardless of external circumstances. Remember that happiness is in the little things and how you choose to see the world. Cultivate positive thoughts and surround yourself with people who inspire you to be happy. Practice gratitude. Every day, take a moment to reflect on what you have and what makes you happy. You can keep a gratitude journal and write down 3 things that made your day, like a ray of sunshine coming through the window or a hug from a friend. Looking for the positive side of situations is not always easy, but with practice it becomes a habit. Surround yourself with people who fill you with joy and do activities that make you smile. Life begins outside your comfort zone. Dare to get out of it. Think about what it feels like to take that first step into something new. It can be scary, but it's also exciting. Facing new challenges and experiences will help you grow and discover how brave and strong you really are. Remember that personal growth and fulfillment are found on the other side of fear and resistance to change. Every step you take into the unknown is an opportunity to learn and shine. Adaptability is an invaluable skill in an ever-changing world. Imagine that life is like a flowing river. Sometimes it is calm, and other times it becomes turbulent. Learn to adapt and adjust to changes in your life and the world around you. Keep an open and flexible mind, like a tree that moves with the wind. Look for opportunities for growth and learning in every situation, since every experience, good or bad, can teach you something valuable. The mind is your greatest tool. Feed it with positive thoughts. Practice self-correction and self-discipline, like an artist perfecting his work. When you face a challenge, stop and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Thus, each obstacle becomes a lesson that propels you forward. Recognize your strengths and achievements. Sometimes, in difficult times, it is easy to forget what you have achieved. Make a list of your successes, no matter how small, and read it when you feel overwhelmed. Be patient with yourself in times of difficulty and challenge. Happiness is not in the search for more, but in the appreciation of what you already have. Learn to find joy and satisfaction in the simple things in life. The aroma of your favorite food, a conversation with a friend, or the bird song in the morning. These small moments are treasures that enrich your daily life. Clear and honest communication is the foundation of all healthy relationships. Don't be afraid to express your thoughts and feelings openly and honestly. Listening to others is just as important. Pay attention when someone shares their story. This builds bridges between people and fosters deeper relationships. Passion is the fuel that drives your dreams towards fulfillment. Find what you're passionate about, whether it's dancing, writing, cooking, or helping others, and pursue it with determination and enthusiasm. Don't wait until you have everything under control to start. Sometimes it's best to take the first step and adjust your course as you go. Perfection is illusory. The important thing is to move forward with courage. Don't be paralyzed by the fear of making mistakes. Repentance is a heavy burden. Forgive yourself and move on. Learn from your mistakes and use those lessons to grow and improve in the future. Don't worry so much about the future that you lose sight of the present. Live in the present moment. Every day is a new opportunity to enjoy and learn. Appreciate the experiences and relationships you have here and now, because they are the ones that really count. True greatness lies in serving others. Look for opportunities to help and support those around you. This not only improves the lives of others, but also gives you a deeper sense of purpose and meaning in life. When you do something good for someone, you feel a joy that can't be bought. Learn to adapt and find opportunities in the midst of uncertainty, because it is in those moments where you truly grow and discover yourself. Every challenge is an opportunity to become stronger and wiser. Accept responsibility for your own happiness. Don't let others determine it for you. You are the architect of your life, and you have the power to choose how to respond to circumstances. Look for happiness within yourself, like a hidden treasure. Every mistake you make is an opportunity to learn and improve. Instead of lamenting your failures, accept them with humility and gratitude for the wisdom they bring you. Every step you take towards self-acceptance is a step toward a more fulfilled life. Appreciate beauty in all its forms. Life is full of simple and beautiful moments. Even on gray days, you can find joy and gratitude in the small details. Watch the sun filter through the leaves or the wind play with your hair. Learn to see the beauty in the world around you. Self-discipline takes you further than fleeting motivation. Cultivate the discipline to work toward your goals, even when motivation fluctuates. This will help you achieve long-lasting and meaningful results in your life. Patience is a sign of wisdom and inner strength. Learn to wait with confidence as you work toward your goals and face challenges along the way. Cultivating patience allows you to remain calm and mentally clear, even in times of uncertainty or difficulty. Imagine that patience is like a plant. It needs time and care to grow and flourish. True love does not seek to change the other person, but rather to accept them as they are. Love unconditionally and respect the individuality and autonomy of those close to you. Recognize and value the differences between you and others, as these differences enrich our lives. Cultivate relationships based on mutual respect and unconditional acceptance. When you love someone, you give them the space to be authentic, and that strengthens the bond between you. Don't worry so much about what others think of you. What really matters is what you think of yourself. Free yourself from the need for external approval and trust your own judgment and values. Live your life according to your own beliefs and aspirations. Remember that you are a valuable and unique person, and do not allow the opinions of others to dictate your decisions or your self-esteem. Every time you choose to be yourself, you take a step towards freedom and authenticity. Life is too short to live with resentment. Learn to let go and move on. Resentment is like a weight you carry on your shoulders. Let it go and feel how you free yourself. Stop holding on to the past and forgive those who have hurt you. By releasing resentment, you open yourself to the possibility of experiencing peace and happiness in the present and in the future. Allow yourself to enjoy each day without the burdens of the past. True freedom comes from freeing yourself from your own mental limitations. Many times, we are our own worst critics. Break self-imposed barriers and challenge your limiting beliefs. By doing so, you will allow yourself to reach your full potential and experience a full and authentic life. Don't underestimate the power of adequate rest and self-care. Prioritize your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Taking care of yourself is like filling up the tank of a car. Only then will you be able to continue moving forward and enjoying the journey. Beauty lies in the diversity and uniqueness of each individual. Each person is like a flower in a garden. Together they form a beautiful and varied landscape. Celebrate differences and recognize the unique value that each person brings to the world. Life is unpredictable. Embrace uncertainty and learn to flow with it. Every day brings new surprises and challenges. Instead of resisting the unknown, accept it as a natural part of the journey. Accept that you can't control everything in life. Life is full of uncertainty, and sometimes you will not be able to control the circumstances around you. True strength is shown in vulnerability. Recognizing that you need help is not a sign of weakness, but of emotional maturity and inner strength. Don't be afraid to ask for support. We all need a little help from time to time. This will allow you to grow and connect more deeply with those around you. Don't be afraid to show your vulnerability. Being vulnerable is not a weakness, but a strength. When you share your feelings and challenges with others, you open the door to receiving the support you need. Imagine that every time you feel overwhelmed, you have a group of friends ready to offer their help, as if they were a safe haven. Mistakes are an integral part of the process of personal and professional growth. Instead of hiding from them, embrace them as if they were your allies. Think of each mistake as a step on a ladder. Each one takes you higher and brings you closer to your goals. When you accept mistakes as learning opportunities, you realize that each setback gives you the chance to reflect, learn, and improve. This way you get one step closer to your aspirations and the person you want to be. Don't worry about fitting into a predefined mold. Be authentic and unique. In a world where we are often all expected to be equal, your authenticity is a priceless treasure. Society may impose standards and expectations on how we should be or act, but true beauty lies in the uniqueness of each individual. Imagine a garden full of flowers of different colors and shapes. Each one brings its own beauty. True wealth is not measured by the quantity of material things you own, but by the quality of your relationships and experiences. Meaningful connections with others are what fill your life with love and joy. Enjoying shared moments, such as laughter, with friends or a deep conversation, is what truly enriches your existence. Life is a blank canvas. Every day is a new opportunity to create something special. Instead of viewing life as a series of predefined events, remember that you have the power to shape your experiences and your destiny. Envy is a waste of time and energy. Instead of wishing for what others have, focus on cultivating what you already have, like a gardener who cares for his plants with love and dedication. Don't let the fear of failure paralyze you. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. Imagine that each fall is like a small stumble on a path full of stones, but each stone teaches you to walk more firmly. We often fear making mistakes because we associate them with failure and negative judgment from others. But remember, change starts from within. Before trying to change the world, work on yourself. It is easy to be tempted to transform the outside world, but the most valuable thing is to address our own imperfections and weaknesses. Gratitude is the key that opens the doors of abundance and happiness. Instead of focusing on what you lack, take a step back and appreciate what you have. Gratitude is a powerful practice that can change your outlook on life and help you find joy even in the most difficult times. True beauty comes from the light that radiates from within you. In a world obsessed with physical appearance, it's easy to forget what really matters. True beauty is found in your heart and how you treat others. Don't judge people by their past actions. Everyone deserves a second chance. Remember that life is a balance between work and play. Often we get caught up in the daily routine of work and responsibilities, forgetting that enjoying and spending time on leisure is also important for our happiness. Don't let obstacles discourage you. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow and learn. Imagine that every obstacle you overcome is like a small victory on your journey. Every time you face a challenge, you become stronger and wiser, and the lessons you learn are like tools that help you face future challenges. Life is a journey of self-discovery. Never stop exploring and learning new things. Keep an open and curious mind, like a child discovering the world for the first time. Embrace experiences that allow you to discover more about yourself and the world around you. Don't let stress and anxiety control your life. Learn to manage your emotions calmly and clearly. Cultivate self-care practices such as breathing deeply, exercising, or spending time in nature that help you maintain serenity during difficult times. True happiness comes from within. Don't look for external validation to feel complete. Instead, find happiness in your own being and in the things that bring you inner joy. Value those moments when you feel at peace and whole without depending on the approval of others. Learn to enjoy the present moment instead of worrying about the past or the future. When you live in the present, you experience life more fully. It's like savoring every bite of your favorite food, enjoying every flavor and texture. There are no shortcuts to success. Perseverance and hard work are essential to achieve your goals. Every small step you take towards your goals brings you closer to success. Maintain focus, determination, and discipline, and eventually you will reap the fruits of your efforts. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. True strength comes from recognizing your limitations and seeking support. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but of intelligence and humility. Accept that you can't do everything alone. We all need a little support from time to time. Be brave in seeking guidance from those around you. Also, don't compare yourself to others. Each person has their own path and time. Constantly comparing yourself to others will only lead you to feel inferior or insufficient. Instead, celebrate your own achievements and recognize that your journey is unique. Life is too short to live with regrets. Learn from your mistakes and move forward. Every mistake is a lesson that brings you closer to wisdom and personal growth. Don't stay stuck in the past. Focus on how you can improve and move forward with determination. Don't wait for conditions to be perfect to start. Do the best you can with what you have, because the perfect moment will never come. There will always be obstacles and challenges along the way, but the most important thing is to take action right now, taking advantage of what you have at your disposal. Remember that every small step counts and brings you closer to the life you dream of. Make the most of every opportunity and make steady progress toward your goals, even if it's one small step at a time. Imagine that each day is like a new chapter of a book you are writing. Sometimes those steps can be very small, like deciding to read a new book, make a call to a friend, or simply take a walk outside. Life is a precious gift, and every moment is an opportunity to learn and grow. Don't waste it worrying about petty things, like what others think of you or whether you did something perfect. We often get caught up in trivial worries like cobwebs that prevent us from seeing the beauty and joy around us, like a bright sunrise or a child's laughter. Don't let the fear of rejection stop you from pursuing your dreams. Imagine that your dreams are like stars in the sky. Although they may seem distant, if you dare to look up and take a step towards them, you could achieve something incredible. Take risks and move forward bravely. The fear of rejection can be paralyzing, but remember that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you a little closer to your dreams. True greatness lies in getting up after every fall and moving forward with determination. We all face obstacles and failures in life. They are part of the journey. Think about an athlete who falls during a race. What really matters is not the fall, but how you get up, shake the dust off your clothes, and continue running harder. True greatness is shown in our ability to get up and face the path again with determination. Every fall is an opportunity to learn something new about ourselves. When faced with a challenge, instead of giving up, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? With each obstacle overcome, you become stronger and wiser, and that is what truly defines your greatness. Perseverance. Don't let the past define you. Every day is an opportunity to start again. Imagine that your life is like a blank page every morning. You can draw whatever you want on it. Often, we hold on to past experiences, like a child who doesn't want to let go of an old toy, letting those experiences define who we are and how we live in the present. But life is a roller coaster full of ups and downs. Sometimes you're at the top, enjoying the view, and other times you sit at the bottom, but every part of the journey is important. Learn to enjoy this roller coaster. Every turn and fall teaches you something new. Appreciate both the highs and the lows, because learning to embrace both experiences allows you to grow and learn. Every moment, whether of joy or challenge, contributes to the beauty of the human experience. Don't underestimate the power of a positive mind. Your thoughts create your reality. Imagine that your mind is a garden. If you plant seeds of positive thoughts, you will reap flowers of joy and gratitude. Life is incredibly powerful and can influence our reality significantly. When you choose positive thoughts, you are choosing to live with love, gratitude, and purpose each day. Life is a blank canvas, waiting to be created by your choices and actions. Instead of letting life happen to you, take the helm and start painting the life you want to live. You can choose the colors and shapes. Each choice you make is like a brushstroke on your personal masterpiece. Remember, life belongs to you, and you have the power to create something beautiful. If you liked our video, please like, subscribe, and comment, so that YouTube knows that these types of videos help people like you, and we can continue creating more similar videos in the future.